Good afternoon and welcome along to Denman Oval. A cold and windy day, some gusty winds. Joining me, Pete Holland, in commentary today is Hayden Fox. Foxy, how are you, buddy?
Good, mate. How are you?
Mate, not too bad. Look, we're waiting for the teams to run out onto the field at the moment. You want to run through the visitors in Scone, please?
Absolutely, mate. Fullback Riley Pennell. On the wings, we have Jackson Smith and Blake Johnston. Centre pairing of Brady Rosa and Caleb Taylor. 5'8", Hayden Topless. Halfback Joe Wicks. Front row Scott McIntyre, Isaac Austin, and hooker Adam Clydesdale. A back row of Robert Shepherd, Samuel Fechner, Blake Andrews, and on the bench we have Juna Warden, Jared Austin, Daniel Ritter, and one to be added.
Now, for the Denman team, as Scone make their way out on the paddock, you got Heath Bass at fullback. On the wings, Darcy Wallace and Daniel Smith, Samson O'Neill and Jacob Sukanavalu in the centres. Ethan Fowles at 5'8", and Toby Mallison is the half. Jordan Bull and Semi Deve are up front, with Daniel James hooking the scrum. In the second row, we've got Jaden Kennedy and Toby Jamison, and Ned Chapman will lock. Out on the bench, Gary McCann, Ciali Coley, Isaac McCormack, Nicholas Coombs.
And Ian Badham.
Yeah, in the number 20 jumper.
Yeah. Be interested to see how this game fares out. Scone, pretty week in, week out lineup they've got again here today, and Denman with a few more injuries added to their ranks last week, with the likes of James Olds joining the injury list. A few young fellas in the likes of Heath Bass and Darcy Wallace stepping up to do a job here today.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. It's only the first time I've seen live Denman, and I've seen Scone a couple of times. They've been extremely dominant all season again this year, after what seemed to be a team that come back to the field a little last year. They've been highly dominant throughout this season thus far.
Absolutely. They're the benchmark, and it's up to everyone else in the competition to try and get to that level, and Scone just keep doing the same stuff week in, week out, and all the other teams seem to be dealing with all the injuries and suspensions trying to keep up.
Exactly. Now, we're just about to have the toss out in the middle, decide who's going to run which way and who'll receive. The wind probably favouring those running away from the car park end of Denman, the southern end of the ground, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah, there's a slight breeze. It's definitely a chilly breeze, isn't it?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm glad we're out of it. Usually where we used to call, you'd be blowing a gale right through. There's some brave folks sitting out on the far side of the field today, and plenty in the grandstands as well. About to get underway. It's Denman who are going to kick off. Scone to receive, and they'll run from the right to the left as you look at it on the screens later on. We're about to get underway.
Just noticing here, looks like Jordan Bull's wearing the 14 instead of the 8, so straight away there, a little tester for the commentators.
Well picked up, and it is going to bring it back. About 12 metres out, they'll start this set. That's tackle one. Isaac Austin now trundles forward as he always does, getting almost out to the 30-metre mark. Quick play the ball. Clydesdale skips out, gets it on there to Andrews, and he's brought down on the 40-metre line, right in the middle of Denman Oval. Goes through the hands now. Wicks gets it on. They get up to the halfway line, and Denman 3 in the tackle to stop them. Scone with the ball. It's played back through the hands. Austin throws a dummy. A second dummy running out wide. Crosses the halfway. Almost up to the 40. Denman side of the line on the last. A good set to start. The ball will now come back to Topless. He puts it up. Straight up in the air. The wind will hold it up a little, but well handled at the back by Bass.
Good take by the young fullback there, but a really strong set to start the game off by Scone.
Yeah, plenty of metres made, and now it's a long way to the other end of the field as the number 3 there in O'Neill is brought down for Denman. Right on the 30-metre line they are, right in the middle of the park, Denman with the ball. It's the other centre, and Suka there having a run. Sukanavalu, he's brought down on the 40-metre line. It goes out to the left-hand side. A bit of a fake of a kick there from Fowles, and he runs and up over the halfway and tackled. It comes back to their halfback now, who puts boot to ball. Comes down, well taken at the back there by Riley Pennell, falling away as he took it. He gets up, steps around the first and brought down 20 metres in from the grandstand side of Denman Oval. Good fan there. Throws the
Strong
number
carrier
9
of the football, Blake Johnson, isn't he?
Oh, definitely is. He sent James reeling out with a good fend. It's there now with Scotty McIntyre to get up and play this one. Goes out to the right-hand side. Fetchner. And he's brought down in a good tackle around the legs. Goes out to the wide side again.
Caleb Taylor out there. Again, 60 metres in their set, just making metres with ease, Scone.
They are, and it comes back for the kick now. A spiralling kick. Bounces away from the fullback into the end goal. He waits for it to go dead, and it does.
Won't be happy with that kick, Clydesdale. He spent a lot of his junior years as a half and probably hit the torpy quite well, but probably didn't want it to go dead there. And Denman let off the hook there a little bit. They'll have a 20-metre tap here and come out of their own end and look to make good metres and get the footy down the other end of the field.
And upended in the first tackle is Denman. Comes across now. Good solid hit there. That's tackle 2 in this set. It was the number 5 there in Smith.
Great shot.
Another great shot here from Scone, who are up to this in defence. It's played back and through it goes to the number 10 there. That's Semi Davai.
Devui, I think
Devui?
it's called. Yep.
Righto.
Pete?
We'll go with that. And it comes back for an early kick, and it's put way up into the breeze. Spirals back, and it's put down by Topless at the back, but it went backwards. Picked up now by Pennell. And he'll play it after being brought down about 15 out from his own try line, right in the middle of the field. Goes across to the right-hand side. A one-out run there and a couple of defenders for Denman straight in there. Austin, player slips over in the defensive line and he's handled there by Toby Mallison. A dummy out of dummy half from Clydesdale. He goes straight through. He's got support with him. And this will be a runaway here now to the 13 in Blake Andrews, who'll go right next to the post and put the ball down for the first try of the day.
Yeah, really good work by Clydesdale there, and probably come off the back of Austin finding his front like he does 9 times out of 10. And Clydesdale, you've really got to up your game around that ruck area when he's at 9, and threw the little dummy there and the one marker shot, and he just had the heavens open up in front of him, and he took the open pasture, and Blakey Andrews pushing up in support. They've formed a really good 1-2 punch, Andrews and Clydesdale working together this year.
Yeah, exactly. It was a great ball as well after he got into the clear. Just saw that the markers were a little bit on the slow side, an open passage, and away he went. And Adam doesn't need much more than that. Once he spots that gap, he 9 times out of 10 will go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. He probably made up for putting that ball dead off his kick earlier, a couple minutes earlier, with a couple of really strong hits in the defensive side of things, and then to set up that first try. Very characteristic play by Clydesdale, just working those markers over time, and comes down to probably a little bit of lack of effort and just working hard to make a dominant tackle on the Scone pack. Got to work really hard to slow that play up and get them on their back to null and void that ruck work from Clydesdale.
Well, it's going to be Jackson Smith to try and add the extras from right beside the post. I don't think he'll have any trouble with this. He's got a good boot on him, this young kid.
Yeah, been really impressed with him. He's still playing 18s, and he's been on the wing for Scone pretty well most of the year, and he's a bit of a threat through the air there. They're crossfield bombs, and he's a good goal kicker and doesn't mind getting in and getting dirty with the big fellas either. So
not at all, and he adds the extras. So 6-0 after 5 minutes of play here at Denman. Scone leading the way, early stages of the first half. But would have been a solid start and easy metres for Scone, and now the first try of the game, so it'll be Denman to get us back underway.
Denman just need to find a little bit more vigour in their defence. Trying, like I touched on before, just work a little bit harder to slow the ruck down to these big forwards of Scone.
Exactly, and here they come now. Look at this for a trundle, the first contact, and still makes another half a dozen metres after that. It's Scone with the ball, up over the 30 already. We're only on tackle 2 after the first point scored. We're up to the 40-metre line now. Ball played back. Little scamper. Austin with the ball now. Gets up over halfway before he's stopped. 20 metres in from the grandstand side of the line. And just rolling forward with ease is Scone. 4 gone. Austin has another run. Brought down. So he's busy to start the game today. Goes to Wicks. He sends it out further. A nice little flick pass out the back, and they're going to score out in the corner. And do.
Great flick pass for Sammy Fechner out there on that right edge.
That was a great little ball from Fechner. And Jackson Smith, the young fella, as we were just talking about a couple of minutes ago, there he is, finds the line and adds another 4 points to the scoreline, and he'll be disappointed with himself. He's got to kick one from so far out.
Oh, he's a young fella full of confidence playing first grade, mate. I think he'd love to have all his kicks out wide if he could. But, yeah, look, really worrying signs early there. I think Denman just allowing Scone sort of just trucking up the field with ease. Denman sort of allowing them to find their fronts and allowing Clydesdale to get out and engage the markers. And that runner's getting in behind the ruck and inside the A and making 10 to 15 metres on each play. It's something that Joshy Miles needs to really get into these guys here and really get changed in this ball game. Otherwise, it could be a little concerning very quickly for Denman.
As I've said for a while now, we've got to be able to slow the ruck down when you play Scone and control it that way. And at some stages, you've got to give away a penalty or two as well, I think, to slow Clydesdale and Austin and all down with the speed and the ease of which they find metres. But it's going to be Jackson Smith trying to convert his own try. He'd only be a metre in from the sideline, about 25 metres back. And it's going to be a tough one for him. Got it all lined up. Moving back now. Comes in to strike it to Smith and does. It's a little wobbly off the boot, but it just sneaks over the crossbar.
Really good kick there. Looked like he was kicking into a little bit of the breeze there. Just held that footy up, but it just had enough legs on it to trickle over the crossbar.
Exactly. Well, they're out to a good lead straight up. 9 minutes of the game gone. 12-0 here at Denman. Might need to fire the computer up again. And Denman get us back underway. Right down deep kick that one was. And it's McIntyre to bring it back, and he's brought down about 12 out from the line, 20 metres in. Quick play the ball again. Here they go, first point of contact and still make extra metres. Does Scone as they start to make their way back upfield. Austin now, good tackle around the legs. As Davuai went down low and stopped him in his tracks. Scone now, about 42 out from their line as they play it here on 4. Comes out through Topless. Topless gets it on. They cross up over the halfway. Still pumping the legs. They make it up over the 40. Good post-contact meters made. Topless now. He's going to chip it out over wide. Coming through. Well taken in the end. Under pressure. Were Denman. And they've taken that well. They're going to start this set and they've lost it. Well, that was unfortunate. Putting themselves under a lot of pressure now.
They definitely don't need to be doing that.
No,
touched on how dominant Scone's been, and the last thing you want to be doing is giving them any more footy than they already have.
Yeah, well, they've played this in the middle of the park. It goes out through a few sets of hands. Smith steps back inside from the wing. He gets it back in. Back towards the post they come to give themselves the option either side of the ruck. 8 metres away from the try line is Scone. Clydesdale looks one way, goes the other, drops it to Fechner. He breaks a couple of tackles, stretches out, and scores.
Well, you've seen the class effect there that helps it at that last try, and then you see the brute strength of him there just to crash through the middle of the Devils defence. And it's all class today, isn't he, Sammy Fechner?
He has started the game in a blaze, setting up one, or helping to set up one try, and then scoring one for himself as well. So he is on fire, and Smith will take this shot from right in front, but extremely worrying signs for the Denman Devils here at home today. And looks like we've got the app up and running. It is already 28 minutes to go in this first half action, and Scone are out to a 16-point lead with a kick to come. It's been some great play and easy meters so far for Scone, as Jackson Smith will try and add the extras here and shouldn't have any problem. He's 3 from 3 today already, and racking up the points after kicking 3 goals and scoring a try himself. But it's been Sammy Fetchner who's been impressive with his ball play, and then brute strength just then to score the try. It's Pete Holland and Hayden Fox with you here at Denman Oval. Nice sunny day, though a little bit windy and cold. And Denman again about to get us underway. They'll send it down deep. Nice little wobbly one here on the kickoff, and it only goes to about 15 out. And already back to almost the 30 now is Scone as they'll start this set. McIntyre crosses up over the 30. Ball is stripped out. No, it's lost, says the referee. So first mistake from Scone to put Denman inside of the red zone, and hopefully some attacking opportunities for him to get on the board.
Yeah, just see the experience of Gary McKean onto the field there. He's made his return in reserve grade Wednesday night out at Merriwar. Rolled straight into the first grade team here today. So a lot of age, a lot of experience in the football realms around Group 21. So see if he can add to this Devils lineup today.
Well, it goes out now. Sukanavalu with the ball. He's brought down almost on the 30-metre line. This is the best opportunity Denman's had so far. And upended there's Jordan Ball. Right in the middle of the park he is. They send it out wide, almost breaking through the line. Denman on the attack. Scone on line defence, moves up quickly. Andrews is one of the tacklers in there. Adds Denman. 10 metres out, play the ball back. Bull gets it on there, and a good hit on Chapman. Stops him about 9 metres away. It is the last for Denman. What have they got here as a final option? They dribble it towards the end goal, and it's well handled at the back here by Scone, who will start this set furthest downfield that they've had to, only about 3 out. But Austin gets up over the 10-metre line in the second tackle. They send it back to the middle of the park now, does Scone. 3 in the tackle for Denman. Keeps going out to the right. Wicks gets it on. Fetchner passes it out quickly and almost through the line and almost back to halfway now a Scone. About 15 in from the far sideline. Clydesdale throws a dummy and is tackled. Boot to ball now and taken on the 10-metre line by Denman. We'll start to bring it back, and solid defence on the fullback in Bass. Straight to his feet and a quick play. The ball pushing away from him. Couple of players and trying to go right round the outside is Denman. And that was through their number 5 in Daniel Smith. Solid defence. Rocks Toby Jamison on the 40-metre line. And a little bit ginger as he gets up, hobbling away. Trying to break up the middle. Davuai. They're back up over halfway now. That's the 16 in McCormick. And he stopped. He's also slow to his feet. Comes back to their halfback. Ian Mallison, who puts boot to ball, finds the turf. It's picked up by Pennell as it bounces. He pushes away from 1 or 2 before he's grabbed and thrown to the ground about 22 away from the line. 20 metres in from the grandstand side of the field. So Denman looking as though they're starting to get into this contest now, Foxy.
Yeah, just starting to show a little bit of resilience here through a couple of little uncharacteristic errors from Scone, but just starting to sturdy up their defence a little bit. Probably just a little bit ambushed to start the game there, and hopefully they can sort of just work into a bit of an arm wrestle here as Fechner gets the footy in his hands and has other ideas as he makes about 15 metres and flicks the ball out the back.
Are we going to see a penalty, or was it a forward pass?
I think Worthy's called a forward pass out there on that far touchline, so... And like we touched on just then, literally just finished saying uncharacteristic error from Scone, and they've handed Denman an opportunity here. A few wounded blokes for Denman to hobbling around, and a lot of times when you play against Scone, you're up for a challenge, and you got blokes running 100 miles at you and hitting you with everything they got, so you tend to find yourself with a lot of niggles early in the game.
Most definitely. Some of the defence has already been brutal, but it's Denman to feed the scrum, and they win it. They bring it across to this grandstand side of the field through their number 3 in Samson O'Neill, and he's brought down about 35 out from the Scone line.
Good shot by Blakey Andrews there on his lock counterpart there, Nettie Chapman.
Yeah, Chapman will get up and play the ball. He seems to be over that, whatever the injury was from the previous time he got whacked one. And it's Davuai with the ball. 20 metres in, he'll play this. Still about 25 away from the try line. A nice pass held up and pushing away from a couple of lazy defenders. Denman could score here, and the scrambling defence of Scone get back and stop them. That was probably the best. And here we go, a penalty now given for pulling out the ball, raking the ball. So Denman now will go right on the attack. They went close to scoring, but the scrambling defence of Scone held strong.
Yeah,
WI.
Full set for the Devils here. Be interesting to see what they can do in attack.
They're about 4 metres away from the line, middle of Denman Oval. They'll bring it to the right-hand side through Mallison. He'll get it on. A nice ball out the back to Bass, and he stopped only a metre short of the line. Goes back towards the left now. The number 15 there is Siali Coley.
That's him.
He's put onto his back as he's put down, only just short of the line. Mallison gets it on. Stepping there is Foles.
Another good one-on-one tackle there by Blakey Andrews. Very dangerous on his feet, Foles, and really good dominant one-on-one tackle.
Well, here comes a kick across field from Mallison. It's taken out here by the 5 in Smith. They're wrestling with him. He's lost the ball forward, and Scone will now gather it.
Yeah,
so not a
bad little option there, Pete, to try a little crossfield kick. But I think instead of Dan Smith being the one that's going for it, utilise the height of big Samson O'Neill there, the brother of Justin O'Neill, former NRL player. And yeah, probably look to get him jumping for the high ball over the top of one of the Scone defenders.
Well, Daniel Smith, a couple of times where he's had the ball, he's been able to step through the defence and cause a few little issues. So it was probably a great play. But they've given away a penalty now, Denman. And Scone will start this about 28 out. About 28 out from their line as they cross up over the 40 now. And just short of halfway by a few metres. McIntyre trundles up forward. He only knows that one way, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Head down and go straight at the line.
Yep.
Crosses over the halfway. Now Austin. He gets a nice ball away and backs up on the inside to get it back. Breaks free of 1, 2. Big fend on Bass. And he stopped. Is Austin finally? No, it's still play on. Yeah. Everyone's gone to sleep. They fell off him. Yeah. He's got back to his feet, looked at the referee, and then just walked over the line. Unbelievable.
Yeah, look, that's an epitome of playing the referee there. There was obviously no call of held or tackled there, and Devils thought otherwise, and Austin was the one that got up and looked at the referee waiting for the call, and nothing was called, so he took off and scored a quite easy try.
Yeah, he just jogged over. I mean, he didn't even have to put any pace into it because everyone had gone to sleep on the Denman side. So that scoreline opens up even further with 19 minutes left to go, 22-0 with a kick to come.
Yeah, like you said, probably a little bit disheartening something like that happening, just because of probably the last 5 sort of to 10 minutes of football that Denman started to build and show a bit of resilience and sturdiness in their defence, and a couple of little penalties that led to Scone rolling up the field there, and then for something like that to happen, it's very disheartening for the Blokes.
Definitely, and look, Isaac Austin's going to come off and take a break. He's had a strong first half so far. And it's his brother, Jared, who's going to replace him. Maybe Jared said, give me the card. I can't let him outscore me.
Yeah. I know they do like comparing try-scoring tallies.
Well, Jackson Smith right in front again. He's having a wow of a first half points-wise.
Scored a lot of points in the last few weeks, hasn't he?
Oh,
couple of big score lines over Singleton and tallying them up here quite quickly today.
He's about to move in now. That breeze seems to be going more across field now than it was earlier this afternoon. And the kick is successful, so 24-0. And under 19 to go in this first half action at Denman Oval. Reasonable crowd in today for the games.
Yeah, good crowd here. It is a nice day. The breeze is a little bit chilly, but it is a nice day. The sun's out, glorious day. It's a bit better than some of the weather we've had back end of the week. So get out. Good to see people getting out and supporting local footy.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about, getting out, supporting your local club, getting in behind them. And it is Mallison who gets us back underway again. A bouncing ball. It was a hard one to take. It bounces back towards Denman, but the second bounce heads back and looked like Dan Ritter picking that one up and hitting into the defensive line. Austin of the Jared variety brings it up to the 20 now before he's put on his back. Goes across to the right-hand side. A show and go. Couple in the tackle to bring Scone down, almost back to the 40-metre line already. Fetchner. He's been on fire wide.
He's dead set trying to get everything happening today. He's flicked it, he's run hard, he's thrown a cut-out ball to the winger there. Next thing you'll see is a chip and chase.
I was about to say that's what he'll be on to next. Will be the chip and chases. Topless throws a dummy and then's pulled down. About 45 away from the Denman line. It's now the last. Comes across for an up and under. And it's almost straight up. Allowed to bounce by Denman right in front of us. And it's Bass who jumped up above the pack to take it.
Been impressed with Bass, young fella, under 18, stepping up. He's had a few games for the Devils in first grade this year, but wearing the one today with the likes of Olds out and Fowles moving defense into the halves.
Solid defence, sees a Denman mistake. Yeah, Blake Andrews was in there.
Probably arguably one of the better defenders in the competition.
And Shepherd along with him as well. Yeah, most definitely. But as you were saying about Bass, only a young kid, nothing of him. He's only a skinny little fella, but he's got no fear whatsoever running into the big blokes.
Yeah, absolutely. You've seen 4 or 5 first graders floating around, not want to borrow that footy. He was more than happy to jump up into the pack there and take it.
It goes out through Wicks after they win the scrum. And Denman are going to have to defend here and number up strong as Scone will play this through Taylor. Ball comes away. Clydesdale gets it on. That's Austin trying to push a couple away. No one with him to support there this time. Ritter runs a decoy and a lovely little sleight of hand there from Clydesdale.
Good one-on-one
up to it.
Yeah, good one-on-one tackle by Gary McKean there.
Topless brings it on out. It's in the hands of the 11 in Shepherd. He stopped only about 5 metres away. Comes through the hands. Nice ball from Andrews. And they're just short of the line. Right on the line. Millimetres away. Scone. Clydesdale gets it to Wicks. He grubbers it through. What's going to happen here? Almost a mix-up at the back there with Denman. But luckily they held onto the ball and the dropout has been forced.
Yeah, some good scramble defence there by the Devils. Couple of good little crafty ruck plays there by Scone. Probably score a lot of the times otherwise, but the Devils, through a couple of good one-on-one tackles, McKean and Kennedy saved the day there, and they need to try and come up with that again for another set.
It's a good drop out, going 45 on the fly. And it's Austin to bring it back. And we'll start this set about almost 30 metres out from the Denman line. Tackle 2 after getting a restart. That's Andrews who'll play the ball. He juggles it before playing it. Ritter gets it on. Topless gets it away. Comes out through the hands. Rosa gets it onto the winger in the number 5, who Blake Johnston just used some power there to go over the top in the end and score in the corner.
Yeah, Heath Bass looks like he's picked up an injury on the backside of that. And, yeah, Blakey Johnson is a strong little powerhouse ball runner. And, yeah, you're going to be have to be doing your best to stop him from there. And it was a good effort by Heathy Bass. He put his body on the line there, but unfortunately he couldn't stop Blake Johnson from scoring that try.
He was wanting to try and push him out over the sideline, but just not enough of the young fella to be able to do that just yet until he gets a little bit more size about him.
Yeah. So Gary McKean coming over and patting him on the back there for his toughness and durability to get in there. And, you know, you see a lot of first graders that probably wouldn't have put the effort into trying to stop him there. And Heath Bass looking to, make his mark in first grade is, yeah, like I touched on before, been really impressed with his effort so far.
Yeah, he has been quite impressive. But here's another one for Johnson, for Smith, Jackson Smith. He kicked one from the opposite side of the field. He's almost right in front of us. About 25 out, only, what would you say, a metre in, if that, from the sideline.
You must be a fisherman, Pete, because he's about 20 centimetres off the sideline here.
Yes, that last one I caught, mate, it was huge.
He's got the nice, fresh, flashy yellow Asics on.
They're definitely nice and bright, easy to find him out on the field.
Be aiming at the left stick here and just let the breeze push it into the middle here.
Well, let's see what he does here, Smith, as he moves in. He does exactly that, but a little bit too much curl. Yeah, puts it across the face and first miss.
Just sliced under it a little bit there, which helped it go with the breeze a little bit harder than it should have.
But 28-0, 12 minutes remaining on the clock here in this first half action between Denman and Scone.
See what Denman can come up with here. I've been impressed with the line speed and intensity from Gary McKay and that old head looking to up the ante of the boys and try and change the momentum a little. And I think they need one or two of the forwards to go with him here. Someone like a Jordan Ball or Kaloi or Devoe.
Well, this time they're aiming for the middle of the park. Topless takes it. Ritter comes back almost around the first line of defence before he stopped. About 28 out from the line.
Good tackle by Jaden Kennedy underneath.
Yeah, down around low.
Not much gets past him, and it's credit, and it's a reminder that doing the unhighlight play, just tackling low around the leg sometimes is more effective.
Most definitely, as Austin now plays it on the halfway line. Ritter again. A willing worker when he come off the bench, as you would expect from Dan Ritter. Decoy run, Topless throws a dummy, now puts it out wide. Rosa's got the ball, he beats one. Almost got away from a second. Gets back up after they fling him to the ground. No one hanging on to him. He's 20 out, it is the last. Comes back to Topless. He puts it across field. Taken out wide. Smith throws the ball back. Fetchner, here's his time to chip and chase, but they're onto him and they put him down.
Would have crossed his mind, I reckon, though.
He lost the ball. Denman went to run away, but the refs pulled it back and said, no, just a handover.
Body language for Devils, it doesn't look overly enticing here. They're all sort of probably looking for someone else to do the job here, so...
Well, the old adage of you could throw a handkerchief over them, they're that bunched at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't mind seeing someone like a Dan Smith who, like you touched on before, when he does run the footy as a handful, they sort of need that energy to come in and help him barrel out of their own end a little bit here. Try and shake one or two defenders off and find a quick play of the ball and then allow someone like Jordan Ball or Devui or someone just to get on the back of that, rolling out one or two defenders instead of three or four, as there always is in front of him with Scone.
Sukanavalu with the ball. About 35 out, he'll play this. They've been stuck in the mud as they put boot to ball and into open space. And getting across is Pennell. Picks it up nicely. And just charges straight back and taken a bit high and a penalty given.
It's unfortunate. There was no intent, obviously, in that high shot. But, Riley Pennell sort of slipping into that as well. Didn't help, but I didn't mind that early kick option from Fowles there. It was a good kick, found the grass, and it was a pretty handy chase down there. And unfortunately, that high tackle's just going to let Scone off the hook here.
Well, they'd used 4 tackles to go about 10, 12 metres, so it was a good option with no wingers back to put that kick downfield. Unfortunately, the penalty now given and a few extra metres gained by Scone. Now Jackson Smith's playing ball boy.
Yep, he'll be able to get a pie and coke after the game as well.
Most definitely. So 9 minutes remaining, 28-0 to Scone. And Taylor will take the tap. And charges up to the halfway and over the halfway. Good charge, even though there were 4 defenders in front of him, kept the legs pumping. Jared Austin up over the 40-metre mark. Denman side of halfway. And through it comes the hands of Ritter, and great ball away. And this is going to be a try to Pennell on the back of some good work on the inside, including through Shepherd, getting the ball out nice and quick, and Pennell chiming in like a good fullback should.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good shape and attacking structure there by Scone. And I think someone that probably won't get the credit for the play that he deserves was probably Jared Austin there, just allowing that play to unfold by staying on his feet in that last tackle there, which just allowed the Denman Devils not to get back and get set and get up in the faces of Scone there, so they could have that play unfold.
And it has been the quick play the balls today that are causing all the drama for the defensive line. But yeah, he's definitely. I mean, Jared Austin, former winger these days, comes on and plays in the middle. He's made the transition pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something he probably wasn't overly happy about, going from the backs into the pig work in the middle. But sometimes you just got to do what is asked of you, and I'm sure if someone's going to get it out of him, it's Isaac, his brother.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, another easy one here for Jackson Smith. Right in front, 32-0, kick to come, 7 minutes remaining. Scone definitely in control of this one thus far.
Yeah, absolutely.
Denman have threatened the line once or twice when they've been able to get inside that attacking zone, but scrambling defence of Scone has been absolutely brilliant.
Just haven't had the footy, had they?
Nah, not a great deal.
And when you don't have the footy and you're working tirelessly in defence with a side like Scone, they never let you have a play off. There's no such thing as a dead play, an easy play for them where you're just taking a settler. There's always bodies in motion and 2 or 3 options coming at you, and it's just overworking the defensive line, and then all of a sudden when Denman have had the footy, they just haven't had the energy to crack anything. Yep, big Isaac McCormack onto the field here, wearing the number 8. Seen him wear the 7 in reserve grade and 8 in first grade. So
he went all right in the 7 as well.
Just like I think Jared Austin might prefer coming from wing to front row compared to Isaac going from halfback to front row.
Well, this one put right up high. Holds up in the breeze, but it's Isaac Austin who's back on now, and he brings the first one back. Almost 20-metre mark he makes it to. Running out of dummy half.
Good run there by Blakey Johnson.
It was. Very good run. Makes a good 10, 11 metres.
Hasn't been too many runs from Scone that haven't rolled forward with about 10 or 11 easy metres, has there?
No, and Ritter there making another 9 or 10 metres, almost back to the 40 now, is Scone. Austin comes in again, gets it onto Wicks. Wicks holds it, throws it out the back behind Fetchner. That was a nice ball. And they're just dancing around at will and pushing off the defenders is Riley Pennell. 35 out from the line. They play this one back. Jared Austin almost straight through the middle. Gets a ball away to Topless, but Topless couldn't get hold of it. It's play on for Denman, who've picked it up.
Heath Bass, that man we touched on.
Yeah, he's
recovered and on the spot again for the Devils. He saved the day a couple of times.
He has, most definitely, as Denman now try and work it out of trouble. It was enterprising play. The last pass for Scone didn't go to hand. And Denman now working it out. Sammy Davuai crosses up over the 40. Comes to their number 13 in Chapman. He's almost to the halfway line. He'll play this one. About 22 in from the grandstand side. And that's the way they bring it. Comes through a couple of sets of hands. And it's O'Neill who's brought down 40 metres out from the Scone try line. The ball underneath in the 14. Is that McKean in the 14 there?
No, that's Jordan Bull wearing the 14, McKean in the 16.
Oh, they went
Playing
and
tricks
changed
on
all
us.
these numbers. Glad you're here.
Good kick there by Fowles down into the towards the in-goal area of Scone there. Let's see if Denman can throw a bit of energy here with 4 minutes left on the clock. Maybe try and get a turnover down here in Scone's end.
Well,
There
a
it
mistake
is.
here from Scone, just as you
That's
called
play
it.
on.
It's play on, and Scone,
Darcy
they've
Wallace
fallen
scored.
asleep, and Wallace is in. Stepped through about 4 or 5 of them. They're pleading to the referee. He's called 6 again. He's going to point to the spot, and does. Well, Darcy Wallace picked the ball up, played to the whistle. We've already seen that happen for Scone, but they're on the board, Denman.
Yep, 100%. Touched it there. Played into the whistle there. A couple of slow bodies there from Scone, waiting for a whistle there on the call, and Darcy Wallace just swooped on the footy there, and he still had a bit of work to do. There was a couple of defenders there coming across. He beat 1 or 2 on the inside and managed to cross the try line there, and touch on Heath Bass going well. Darcy Wallace, another under-18s from the Devils here, and he's had a few games of first grade this year, and he looks like someone of the future for the Devils to count on too.
Stepping off that left foot through the defenders, and plenty of pace to go with it as well. So well done to him.
They needed that, didn't they, the Devils, leading into the break. 3 minutes to go. I was literally just finishing saying that they need to try and get some intense in their defensive line to cause an error and get the foot in their hands, and sort of fell into the one motion there, didn't it?
It did, as you called it. They dropped the ball, Scone. But it's going to be their halfback in Toby Mallison to try and add the extras. And doesn't. Oh, it's waved away. I was about to say he didn't make a mistake, but waved away. Wow.
Yeah.
Right beside the post. I would have backed myself for that.
Wouldn't be surprised to see someone else have the next shot.
Well, this is unfamiliar territory for Scone to be kicking off in this game. This is the first time they've kicked off in almost 40 minutes of footy.
See if Devils can get through this set here and just go into half-time with a little bit of momentum, a bit of positivity after what was been a pretty testing half of football. Good shot by
Big,
Caleb
strong
Taylor.
defence from Taylor.
Centre on a front row there. You'll take that one.
Just rocked him. It was a quick play, the ball. Up over the 20, 25 out. Now they are right in the middle of the field. Denman with the ball after scoring points. That's Bull. He makes 10 metres before he stopped. Another charge now from the number 10 in Davui. Gets up over the 40. They send it out to the left. It's McCormick with the ball. He stopped just shy of halfway. Comes back for a kick. Hits the belly of the ball quite well. A wobbly one at the back for Pennell. It bounces, a favourable one for him.
Not a bad set. They're obviously not making the metres on each play that Scone are, but just rolled it through the middle there. Good sort of organisation around the ruck there by McKean. Just forwards roll on either side there and get to their kick, and it's probably something they'd really have lacked.
And another Scone mistake, this time the number 5. I think it is in Blake Johnston who's put that one down.
They want to pack the scrum here if they want to have a shot. There's 6 seconds ticking down on the clock here. Not aware to it. Time off.
Time called off.
2 seconds as it looks like here, so they'll have one shot here. If it was me, I'd be putting Samson O'Neill out wide here for instead of Daniel Smith, and I'd be putting a little Toby Mallison chip across field for him.
Yeah,
Try and utilise that height.
Well, Mallison's calling them all across to this right-hand side, and that's maybe what we'll see.
Get the specials.
We've had a false start here with the scrum.
Get the special teams on.
Mallison's jumped left, and that's the way they go, though. They've gone out to the blind. He's thrown a flick pass, which has been intercepted. Let's see how quick Smith is. They've tracked him down. He gets the ball back inside. Comes through the hands now.
Finds Johnson, they're in here.
Oh, look at fake. And no. Oh, dear. Well, Rosa tried the miracle play on his own. If he got it away, Johnston was well and truly unmarked.
Yeah.
But at 34-4 at half-time, that is a great first half from Scone.
Absolutely dominant half by Scone there. We'll have a short break here, Pete, and we'll come back in the second half.
Back here as the players start to make their way back out. Scone already back out on the field. A couple of uncharacteristic errors towards the back end of the half there, Foxy.
Yeah, just a couple of errors and giving away a couple of little silly turnovers there to Denman, and I think it was probably whether it's a case of the guys seeing how close it is to half time and sort of taking the foot off the throttle a little bit there, or the Devils just upping their intensity. Either way, Devils really need to take advantage of that and get the footy in their hands and look to create. They managed to come away with a try there against the rub of the green there, and I really want to see when they've got the footy in their hands, probably just a little bit more intent in their run, find their front, and allow some shape to unfold on the back of it.
So 30 points down at halftime, Denman, 34-4. How are they going to contain Scone from running away with this and, heading towards that 60-point mark again?
Yeah, look, I know that last couple of sets of Denman's was probably boring, so to say, but just with McKean at 9 there, just working those forwards either side of the ruck and just rolling the ball up the field and getting to their kick is a big thing. You've seen earlier in the half where they were probably playing a little bit expansive at times and dropping the ball on those edges there, allowing Scone to have more sets with the footy. Just get the footy down the other end as much as possible and make Scone work as far as possible as they have to. Just sort of get into a bit of a wrestle. Like the first 5 minutes of the game, they went set for set. Look to get back into that to start this half, and then obviously you can start building some intensity and some positivity on the back of that.
I mean, they didn't seem to get a great deal of ball in that first half, which doesn't help you when you're playing such a quality side. But as you said, it might have looked like boring football, but it was mistake-free football.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes simple footy, boring footy is the best footy, especially in Group 21. You start handing over the footy to any team too much and they're going to score points on you, especially this side here, Scone. 1 to 13, you look at blokes there that can score a try from anywhere. So you really need to just be able to get into a grind and show some vigour and intent in your defensive line and make them work hard for everything.
Well, young Riley Pennell, he's going to get us underway in a moment. Denman are back out there and ready to take this for the second half. It's going to get us underway.
First and foremost, complete the first set.
100% on that. And it is Pennell who puts boot to ball. A low trajectory kick, but well taken. Mallison gets it on to the big number 10 there, Davuai, and they stop him. A couple in the tackle. Isaac Austin was in there. Up to the 30-metre line now. About 22 in from the far side of the field is Denman, but quick off the line coming up on ball. And almost a mistake made, but the ball went backwards. It's Davuai with it in his hands again, crossing the 40-metre line. Here comes Denman. Good shot. Stopping him right on halfway.
Been doing that for about 20 years in first grade here, hasn't he?
At least. As the ball comes through the hands, Fetchingham making him work the ball back inside. It's the number 6 dancing around and Foles. He gets it on. Davuai again with the ball.
It's his third run of the set, the big fella.
And they're up to about 35 out from the Scone line on the last. And boot to ball by Mallison, taken at the back by Pennell. He only knows one speed running back, and that's 100 mile an hour, and he does that. And they tackle him about 18 out from his try line.
Not a bad set there for Denman, Pete.
It was a really good set starting off after the first half debacle, I guess you could call it almost. But Taylor now plays it. Isaac Austin with it. 35 out. He'll get up and play this on the 20-metre tram line. A dummy there from Topless, almost fallen for. But Davuai ended up around the legs to bring him down. Dropped in underneath there. It was Clydesdale who was standing a couple out off the ruck. They've crossed the halfway line on the last. So that's good defence. Topless puts it up. It holds up in the breeze. And Denman now will work it back out. Trying to clap the pace on and get through a gap which quickly closed there was their young fullback in Bass.
Much better signs there for the first two sides, either side of the footy there by the Devils. A lot more effort to get numbers in tackles and slow that ruck from Scone down in that defensive set. And here they are making some pretty good metres on the back of that kick return from Bass.
Yeah, well, here we go. It's played on the 40-metre line by Denman. Another flick out the back after a couple of come in to make a tackle and almost back to halfway now. Floating ball by Foles over to Mallison. He gets it on a little bit further. They're up over halfway and almost to the 40 now. It is the last, though. Boot to ball by the halfback, Mallison. Bounces short of Pennell, who waits for it to come to him. Couple little skips, gets away from the first, but brought down by Darcy Wallace. It's the number 4 now in Taylor.
Strong carry by Taylor. He's quite a big body for a centre, isn't he?
He most certainly is.
Him and Johnson and Rosa, they're back, 3 of their back 4 are huge.
Yeah, well, almost a lost ball in the tackle by Blake Johnston, just managing to hang on to it. Goes away to Ritter. He gets it on now. Topless puts on the pace. Goes straight through. Looking for supports. Topless hangs onto the ball and brought down 20 metres out. A quick play the ball. They bring it back towards the right. It's in the hands now of Fetchner. He steps. Tries to break through. He gets it back inside. Comes back to the middle of the park now. And bouncing and turning out of tackles. It is Jared Austin who scores under the post.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll let his brother know about that one. And that was just on the back of a couple of really ordinary attempts for one-on-one tackle there. Like, especially once the ball come back to the middle there to Austin, there was some attempted shoulder charges there. And when you 10 out on some broken play like that, you don't need to worry about...
You've got to wrap the man up.
You just got to make effective tackles there and allow your side to get back and help you out. And unfortunately, that was probably not the mindset of a couple of the defenders there. And Austin bounced out of those and managed to score right under the black dot.
Do you think sometimes the big fellas in the middle and they see a former winger... And they go, yep, we can really clean this bloke up.
Yeah.
But he's a hard customer, always has been a hard customer to bring down.
Yeah, the thing about Osto is he may have worn the number 2 or 5 in previous years gone by, but he's always been a big body and he's been, he's been probably a winger in a front rower's body and vice versa at times. So sometimes, I touched on it earlier with some of the effective tackles Jaden Kennedy's made throughout the game just by hitting around that hip and dropping down. Maybe that's something that the Devils should have been trying to do there instead of just the shoulder charge upstairs.
Well, 35 minutes remaining in this second half. 38 points to 4, and it's Jackson Smith right in front, 10 metres out, who'll try and add the extras. He hasn't made too many mistakes at all today, Smith, with the boot.
Don't think he's about to start here with this one.
Moves in and strikes it, and the flags are raised. 40 points to 4, 35 remaining in this second half here at Denman. Well, it would have been a good start to the second half from Denman, but there, unfortunately, the wheels fell off a bit in the defensive line.
Yeah, we touched on the 5 minutes of effort there from Devils as they come out of the break with a bit more vigour in their defence and numbers in tackles, slowing the ruck and really making some good metres with a couple of offloads and stuff with the footy. Unfortunately, they're just one lapse, and I really hope they just reset. Yep, the scoreline's not pretty, but kick off down here and just go back to what's worked the start of the half so far.
Well, they're about to get us underway, and that's exactly what Mallison does. Sends it down almost to the try line. And it's going to be the try scorer who charges back into the line and finish up about 18 away from his own try line when he'll play it. Ritter. Look at that. 3, 4 in the tackle and still makes probably 5 or 6 metres after they first make contact on him.
Stays upright there again.
Yep.
I'm sure Isaac will do the same here.
Isaac, look at that for a good charging run. He makes about 15 before he's brought down just short of halfway. He's back to his feet and plays it. Topless drops it underneath. The defence awake. Trying to work the play back into where the ball had been, and it's Rosa who'll play it. And away they go quickly through Clydesdale, who gets into the open, gets a ball away, and they score again. Well, end-to-end football for Scone. Back-to-back tries.
Yeah, just too much roll that whole set from the first run to the last run, setting up for Clydesdale jump out of 9 there. It was just players finding their front, players for Devils laying down in the ruck, not back in that line or at marker to work, and pretty much how the game opened up with Clydesdale darting out of 9. He's done that again, and he's too crafty a hooker. The bloke dead set could probably still be playing NRL or at higher leagues than this, and if you're going to be that lazy around the ruck area and not work hard to dominate those,
he's going to make you pay.
Absolutely, he's going to make you pay.
Well, it was Topless who ended up scoring the try. And it'll be the young fella from the wing, Jackson Smith, in his extremely bright boots that'll try and add the extras here again, but definitely has quietened the Denman crowd. The Denman faithful have turned up on a very cool Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, not much chirp out over there on the veranda. And unfortunately, they probably haven't got quite the reason to be doing so.
Nah, 44-4, 32 minutes remaining. Still got a kick to come to try and add the extras.
The thing for Denman is, like, you can always sit back and say, yep, we got such and such out and such, unavailable and whatnot. But at the end of the day, you've got blokes there in a first-grade jumper, and sometimes the effort and the intensity is just that speaks volume. So I think that's probably lacked at times here. And if I was Joshy Miles on the bench there, I'd be sending the message out there. Let's just pick up our intensity. Let's pick up their attitude, and let's work on some positives set by set and try and get ourselves some positives to go forward into the weeks to come. Because this is a side that's going to play finals footy, and losses like this can potentially be offsetting for your season. So
and you've got to remember, you're not the first side of the season to be able to be manhandled by Scone like this. So keep your head up, play your footy, practice everything you do at training, and just keep your game to the best of your ability that you can. As now Austin brings it back, Jared that is, and he stopped on the 20-metre line. So the kick was successful. So it's 46-4 with 30 minutes remaining in this game. Into the final half hour we'll go now. Scone with the ball and dominating on the scoreline. As Topless gets it away, it goes out, nice hands. Now it's gone to ground. And what are we going to get called here? 6 more. So right on the halfway line now, Austin pushes away from 1. Lucky to hang on to him there was the 11 in Kennedy. They send it out wide to the left. A nice ball out wide, but couldn't be handled.
Yeah, probably not.
Just a little bit behind Johnston.
Yeah, probably not the play there. A little bit uncharacteristic, especially after they just got a set restart there. And first play, Austin truck one forward. Second play, they're looking to crack that edge. And ultimately, yeah, look, maybe that comes off more times than not for Scone. But, yeah, I don't think Clydesdale and Osto were probably too happy with that.
Look, there was an overlap out there. There's no two ways about it. But it was just Shepherd couldn't get that ball onto the chest of Johnston, put it behind him, and the mistake made now. And Denman with the ball will come away with the scrum win. And they're stopped on the 40-metre line is where they're going to start this set. Sukanavalu plays it back. Stepping him through is Foles. He really does have a good step on him, doesn't he?
Good step, and he's got a knack at breaking tackles. I'd like to see his hands on the footy a little bit more in terms of running. Just get his mindset as run the footy first, and then all of a sudden the Scone defence start buying into that, and then the runners off him can come out after that.
Jordan Ball, middle of the field on the 40-metre line, plays it. Mallison, he gets it on. Going out through the hands, up over the 30 now. They trundle, does Denman. They got a decent sort of back line built, ready to go. Mallison fakes a kick, gets it on. Bull again.
Very flat.
The line was set, and Mallison seemed to hold that ball up as if he was going to kick. But they kick out a dummy half through McKeon. It's put back, and the second kick is probably too big.
That's it, yeah. Caught it in goal. This is danger signs here with Pennell steaming on
his
his
Pennell, he's away.
He'll be away here.
Gets up almost to the 30-metre line. That's zero tackle. Stepping back through the ruck goes Ritter. Almost to the 40 now before he's pulled down by Denman. Clydesdale gets it to Isaac Austin. He's up over halfway. Middle of the park here. Clydesdale a dummy half. Fetchner with it. Gets a nice ball back inside to Wicks. Wicks pushed away from the first, and Foles comes at him a second time and brings him down.
Look for Clydesdale, jump down the short here.
And does, well read. Pennell gets it away. Flick pass out the back from Taylor.
Got numbers
and
left.
Smith
back
plays it back. Clydesdale, middle of the park, running crossfield, finds a runner, straightening up. In Isaac Austin, hit and spin off a couple and crashes over. No, he's just short of the line. It is the last for Scone. He must only be millimetres from scoring there. Clydesdale gets it on Topless. A long ball out wide. Stepping back. And have they crossed over here? And it looks like they have. Blake Johnston out wide has scored.
Well summed up there by Topless. I had the numbers there, probably the play before, and Clydesdale hit Osto on the crash play there, and he was probably millimetres short with good scramble by the Devils, and unfortunately it was just a matter of who was going to score the try out wide there, and Johnson, like we touched on in the first half, hard to stop that close to the line.
Most definitely. That opens it up to, 50-4. 27 minutes remaining now. Scone players all full of smiles here on the bench in front of us.
Why wouldn't you be?
Isaac Austin with a bad limp. Looks like he's coming off.
It's a hard day at the office when you see Osto walk off and Blake Andrews come on. Doesn't get much easier, does it?
Well, it's a double change for the Austins. Both boys coming off.
Yeah, Scotty McIntyre goes on. Are we going to see the mercy rule, you think, today? I know if I was Denman, that'd be my goal. I'd be saying we walk off the field here at the end of this game on our own accord without win.
Yeah, you want to.
That's a goal to work towards. Obviously this game's probably a bit too out of reach now, and Scone's not the side that's going to let you score 46 points in a game and get back into it. But that'd be my mindset. That's what I'd be pulling each other in, grabbing each other, and saying, "Come on, boys, let's dig in and show a bit of pride here at home and ensure that we go off the field after 80 minutes of football."
Foxy, 100% with you on that, but I'm looking at Denman behind the line. No one is talking to each other. They're all just standing, hands on hips, heads down. No one is talking behind the post there to say that, to try and inspire those around them, to hang on and last the distance of the 80 minutes. As Smith gets up under this one, it holds up in the breeze, hits the upright and waved away. Only his second fail today.
Yeah, he's had a lot of easy kicks today, hasn't he, right front? So.
That he has. But 50 points to 4, 26 minutes remaining. And Mallison now trying to talk to everybody as they all walk back slowly to halfway.
Yeah, I don't mind them walking back here and just sucking it in and making sure they've got energy to go for a big defensive set. That's the goal, set by set. Make Scone kick here. That's what I'll be saying. Let's make Scone kick here, get the footy in our hands. Let's prolong this game to the end.
Well, he gets us back underway again. Does Mallison, a nice high one that holds in the breeze a little. Topless takes it. Crashing back into the line there was Andrews. Pushing away from one, almost getting away there, Scone. 25 out from their line. They play it. Quick play the ball as well. Ritter takes it from Clydesdale at dummy half. Almost back to the 40 now. Slow play the ball. Wicks throws a couple of dummies, hits, spins, and will get up to the halfway line. 18 in from the grandstand side of Denman Oval. Right on the halfway, they'll play this back. Clydesdale again asking, "Sir, how long can they hold us?" Running back infield, Andrews gets it on. Pennell couldn't handle it. He drops it. It's picked up by his opposite, who is absolutely crunched. Heath Bass copped one for his trouble there. A hard hit.
Bit of poor sportsmanship there by Rob Shepherd too, actually, kicking the footy away after giving away a penalty. I'll take that, Denman. I was impressed there a couple of times there. Nettie Chapman working hard to slow that ruck up, and then Blake Andrews back against the grain there. It was almost worrying. Oh, no, is this not found touch?
It hasn't, but it's going to bounce over the line. Ends up a brilliant kick.
That's lucky. Can I tell you what? That's in a game like this, to not find touch, you've got nowhere to hide, honestly.
Well, that kick has ended up finding the line about 30 out, or right on the 30-metre line. And here goes Denman now onto the attack.
Dan Smith starting to set off there.
Came in from his wing. Oh, big, strong defence again from Scone in the middle. Bull gets it away. Foles, McCormick. Ends up in the hands of Suka. He plays a quick play the ball. Chapman gets it away.
Good shot by Ritter there.
Yeah, WI in the middle of the park almost. Just to the left of the post. Bull gets it on.
Thomas Mann on the field there, number 17 for Devils. I believe he's just racked up his 100th game for the club today also. So congrats to Tommy Mann.
Well, and a mistake made and Fetchner's picked it up. and will be ruled a knock on.
Yeah. Yeah, just wrapping Thomas Mann there, number 17. Yeah, Nicholas Coombs couldn't back up, and Thomas Mann took the jumper. He's a great clubman for the Devils, Tommy, and congrats on 100 games, buddy. And, yeah, Devils attack there, just that whole set looked disorientated, didn't it? There wasn't a lot of talk and organisation from the halves, and ultimately that's probably why the set unfolded the way it did with an error. As Scone take the footy out of their own end with big Scotty McIntyre trucks it forward.
And he's brought down 3 in the tackle there for Denman. Things are looking a little bit more desperate for him this time around. And a penalty finally given for laying too long in the ruck. And they've been calling for it for a while now, Scone, and a quick touch finder from Topless. And they're going to be starting right on the halfway line.
Yeah, Scone will look to put the foot on the throat here and take this game right out of Denman's hands.
Charging into the line goes Shepherd. He'll play it on the 40-metre line. That's tackle 1 in this set. The 8 there in Scotty McIntyre. He finds another 10 metres before he plays it back. Topless, a nice little ball away there. Shepherd again. Now they're 20 out from the line. Nice ball out the back to Wicks. Wicks gets it to Fetchner. He gets through one. Throws a dummy, steps back inside the big fella and brings it around under the post and puts it down for another Scone try.
Tell you what, he's been classy today, Semi Fechner. He's thrown flick passes, dummies, stepped off his right there. We spoke about wingers in front rows. What is he's showing class of a halfback there with some of his skills today.
Still waiting for that chip and chase.
Yeah,
we might see it.
I wish we could put a message out there with one of the runners just to say, look, you've done everything else. Give the chip and chase a go, mate.
Well, that takes it out to 54-4. A half-century lead with 21 minutes remaining, and still a kick to come for Scone.
Right in front. Jackson Smith will take this shot here and make the scoreline 56 points to 4 here with a 52-point margin, 8 points off that 60-point deficit.
Yeah, another kick right in front for Smith. So Smith right in front to add the extras. He's just moving back now. So it is a 50-point lead with this kick to come. 54-4, 20 minutes remaining as Smith moves in. Right in front, no mistake again. 56-4, 20 minutes remaining in this second half.
Oh, someone's obviously revved the boys up there because the Devils have sprinted out from behind the sticks here to jog up the halfway. So let's see if that transfers over to their intent in their line speed here and a bit of effort in their defence.
Well, that's what the home crowd would be hoping for. There's been plenty of turned out in these cool conditions here in the Hunter today. And again, they're getting plenty of practice at the kickoff. Topless decides to go himself, gets a ball away as he gets to the line.
It's Brody
Rosa stepping through a couple before he stopped, 40 metres out from his own try line. It's in the hands of Sieves. Daniel Sieves, I believe, in the 17. Almost back to halfway. Goes out to the left-hand side. Shepherd with the ball. He's up to the 40. Denman side of halfway. Clydesdale. Gets it on. Blake Andrews brought down. Middle of the park. 35 out. Wicks. Dummies. And he's picked off by the defence.
Good shot by McCormick there. Had to be made. There was runners going in every angle there and he took the ball runner.
They bring it to the blind. Pennell skipping through a couple. Nice tackle around the legs, but the ball's got away. Andrews picks up a bouncing ball. Topless gets it onto Shepherd. Shepherd out to Rosa. Rosa stops. Comes back inside, gets it away to Shepherd. Tries to reach out and then throws a ball back. The ball is still in the hands of Scone and ends up with Denman on the last pass.
Bit of pinball happening down there. There was balls and people diving around everywhere and Denman let off the hook there with a bit of good scramble.
It was a good scramble from Denman, and now they've got to work it out from their own end of the field. Good shot, but a ball away. Davui. And a one-on-one strip from Fechner and a penalty given. Referee saying there was 2 in there.
Yeah, I think that's... Look, Denman will obviously take that, but I think maybe the call was that he'd called held and then he'd stripped it, because there was definitely only Sam Fechner in that tackle.
Well, that's what I thought. Anyway, Denman, they'll take this kick for the line. And they're not going to find the line.
He does eventually. It was touched by
Scone.
Blakey Johnson. Good meters on the kick, though. Let's see here. Denman can throw something at the Scone defence and try and bag himself another try.
Well, here they go. Oh. I'm not sure what happened there. He's telling him to bring it in.
Because it was touched, it'll be a play the ball.
Ah, yes, that's it. 20 metres in, they'll play this one on the 40-metre line. Tommy Mann with the ball, and he's met by 3 of them and brought down.
Manhandled, so to speak.
He's back to his feet, plays it away. Coming in for a charge there, Smith.
Good run by Smith. He's been good with the footy in his hands today.
He's got to be pretty happy with his game overall today, I feel.
Probably not enough touches, though. I'd want more from him. If he's someone that's actually making inroads into Scone, you want him putting his hand up a lot more.
Well, it is Denman with the ball. And a nice little ball. And it's Sukanavalu who'll score. And does.
Very good sleight of hand there by Mallison. He looked out the back there to the fullback of Bass out there and just feinted that back play and threw it short of Sukanavalu, and the defensive Scone slid off and made a bad read there.
They did slide off. They were looking at the wide ball and went in shorter. And Sukanavalu, you're not going to stop him from 5 out.
You see there, though, that's the shape that they've had at times when they've had the footy in good ball, Devils, but they just haven't had that platform laid to be able to hit the edges. And I think that run from Dan Smith where he busted 1 or 2 tackles and was managed to find a quick play the ball, and all of a sudden you can hit that shape, and that's where, you know, the edge defenders are having to make decisions rushed and ultimately making the wrong decision there.
Yeah, well, second time they've scored today, Denman. And it's going to be a difficult one. From about 5 in from the sideline, 25 back.
Bit of breeze going across the face here. He's kicking from the grandstand side of Denman Oval. Left foot kicker too, so he'd be wanting to aim about 3 to 4 metres, or probably 3 metres to the left of the sticks here with his hook. He's got a nice hook on it. Let's see if
let's see what
he's up for the challenge.
And he hooks it around, but it's all too late and misses to the inside.
Not enough hook.
So 56-8, 15 remaining. But that was better from Denman.
Yeah, much better football. And that's what we touched on. We want to see a bit of energy and finish this game on their own terms.
And Smith gets us underway. That's high and heading out on the full, is it? And is.
Yeah, that's on field too.
Wow.
He's not happy with
Big
himself,
mistake.
Jackson. He hit it sweetly, but yeah.
It's probably just the breeze that had picked it up. It's blowing more across field now than it was earlier this afternoon. It's probably just hung in the breeze there and worked its way out over the sideline. But
I tell you, one bloke who wasn't happy with that kick was Riley Pennell. He's been kicking off all day for Scone, and then he's been sacked after his last kick. Jackson Smith's taken it and put it out on the full. I'm sure he'll let him know about that in the showers later.
Without a doubt. So a penalty to Denman right in the middle of the park. They'll find the line. This time they'll find the line. And they're going to start about 28 away from Scone's try line.
Yep. I'd be looking for the same again. Just 1 or 2 punches and try and make a bit of an inroad
Chapman
and then look for that shape again.
Takes the tap. In comes Smith. He's brought down, 20 out. Davui. Busy player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been strong for Denman today. He's gotten through a lot of work.
Well, putting it through the hands again, a dummy. Foles gets it to the try scorer in Sukanavalu. And he struggles forward. Brought down about 3 out from the line.
Strong tackle over the top there by Andrews.
Had to be made as well. Chapman gets it away. There's Davui, reaches out and just millimetres short of the line. He's stopped by Scone. Chapman away. Ball Bull gets it on the man, and they're straight onto him and stop him.
They got numbers right if they can get the right footy out there.
It's on the last. Chapman sends it right. Foles grubbers it through. It's picked up, and will the Scone side get out? No, they don't.
Much better footy there.
Riley Pennell held in goals.
Yep. Good work by Pennell. He was on the spot there, but I like that footy from Denman. They've thrown a couple of cracks at Scone in these last couple of sets, and they're actually rolling forward with a bit of intent and a bit of vigour to bend the line back, which is allowing those opportunities out wide.
Even their body language at the moment's looking a bit brighter than what it was, 10, 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, it looks like they've made a change there. It looks like Toby Mallison's moved into the back row here on this left edge, and Isaac McCormack's jumped into the halves, and I don't know if that's ultimately what's changed the intensity, but this last 5 minutes of football from Denman's been really positive.
Yeah, well, Davioi will play this about 32 out from the try line. That's in the hand of Jordan Bull. He stopped in the middle of the park, 25 out from the line. Man runs a decoy, back underneath to Sukanavalu. He gets away from Fetchner. Fetchner comes again and just ragdolls him.
Yeah, he ain't letting him get away from him.
10 metres in from the sideline. Chapman gets it away. Bull drops it underneath. Davioi again with the ball. It's 22 out from the line. Denman not going anywhere at the moment. Bull decides to go forward, lays it back.
Lucky to get away with that one there.
I think so.
Loose ball dropped out the back. They'll take it though.
Chapman picked it up and he's slow to his feet to play it. Grub it through from Foles, picked up by Pennell. This time they pick him off again. It was a good shot.
Sukanavalu there.
Yeah, Suka got him and a good shot in goal. And Pennell went straight down.
This is good from Denman though. This is the football you got to play against Scone. You got to make him make effort after effort, because for a side like Scone, they're not used to having to defend and defend and defend. They quite often they work hard for a set of six and then they've got the footy and they just roll through you. So just repeat sets here and look to build a bit of pressure on him and then hopefully come away with some more points.
Exactly. Well, it's another drop out from Scone, taken on the 30-metre line. McCormack with it, and they pick him off. Gets up and plays it. Chapman. Davioi.
Called his name a lot today, haven't you, Pete?
I'm used to seeing who he is now. Chapman at dummy half. Bull. Gets it away. Foles holds it back. Sukanavalu with it. One-on-one on Smith. Smith comes out again.
Close to the sideline.
They're going to put him out over the sideline, and they are. Great defence by Scone.
Yep. Yeah, really good read by Jackson Smith. Got up there and shut down that play, and then they scrambled well. And Clydesdale just rallied the troops to get in here and pat the backs of the boys after 3 or 4 sets of defensive effort in a row there. They weathered the storm without points scored.
Yeah, exactly right. It was good defence from Scone. And well done to Denman in making them go through that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just going to work hard and not be derailed by that. Yep, ultimately you'd like to come away with points there, and that's what you're down there for. But just take the positives out of that you've maintained and built some pressure there. Now put that pressure back on them through your defensive line.
And it'd be pretty easy when you're ahead 56 to 8 to go. There's 10 minutes to go. What's it matter?
Yes, absolutely.
But Scone don't like to give away points easily.
Jaden Kennedy, he's been good for the Devils in defence here, and he's just made a really good tackle on Blake Johnson.
It was a good tackle right in the middle of the park, and they come away with it through Pennell now. Gets out under a couple of tackles, crosses the 30. He's about 35 away from the try line. They'll play it back. It goes out to the left to Topless. He hangs onto it.
Good one-on-one
tackle. Stopped on the 40. Was a good hit by McCormack. And it is Blake Andrews with the ball back to halfway now. He plays it back, comes to the right. Wicks will put boot to ball. Just holds up a little in the breeze, but it's taken at the back. Comes out to their winger. And Wallace, and he got hit with a hard one.
Got met very strongly by Caleb Taylor. He hits hard, Caleb Taylor. He is one of those centres that you don't want to creep too sideways because he will race out of line and jam you.
Taylor backed it up with another strong defensive effort as well, and he's back in there for a third in a row. McIntyre was down around the legs. And again, McIntyre making another tackle.
Caleb, 4 in a row there.
Yeah, they're finding it hard going, Denman. Bull He stopped, middle of the park, right on the 40 on the last. So only about 15, 20 metres made at the most. They put the kick downfield. Topless sends it away to Pennell. Pennell comes crossfield, gets away from Sukanavalu.
Smith outside him here.
He does. He steps back inside though.
Shot
but
by
Tommy Mann coming back across in defence goes, come here, kid.
That's exactly why you don't give up on the play, isn't it? You never know when they're going to come back to you.
That's now up over the halfway line. Does Scone go? Still full of running, Scone. It's the 17 in Daniel Sieves. He stopped after crossing the 40-metre line. Clydesdale to Topless. Topless away. Shepherd. 25 out from the line. He'll play it about 20 metres in from the far side. They bring it back towards the post. That's Andrews. It's on the last. Goes to Topless. He sends a long ball out. Rosa gets it on and they score out in the corner.
I don't know about you. Looked a little
Blake
forward.
Johnston.
Looked a little forward that pass from Rosa to Johnson for my liking, from a long way away though.
Well, the guy in yellow was there alongside it. He was happy with it.
Yep, that's what he's paid to do. He made the right call there, and Johnson picks up another try. I think that's his third today.
I think it is, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 1 in the first, 2 in the second.
Well, we've probably about 5.5 minutes left in this ball game here. That'll see the score go up to 60 points to 8 with a kick to come here.
Another challenging kick this time around for Smith. He'll take it to about half a metre inside the sideline, I would say, and about 25 back. Lucky to be half a metre inside the sideline.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind this last 10 minutes of footy from the Devils, though, Pete. I know Miles, he probably has asked a lot of them, and all the stuff that we're saying, I'm sure he's asked for them tenfold, and all you want is effort. Effort and effort. Whatever troops are on the park there, just put that effort in and don't let the person down next year. And I think they can come away in this last 10 minutes knowing that they didn't allow Scone to, when they really got dominant there for a period in the second half, to continue to roll onto it and just mercy them.
It would have been easy to let that happen, but you want to make sure you hold strong, don't you? And like you say, finish out the 80 minutes, especially in front of your own home crowd.
Yeah, absolutely. At home, show that pride in your jersey, show that pride and that effort for the bloke that's standing next to you. Grab him by the jersey and say, come on, let's go together here and finish this game off.
Well, Smith about to move in and strike this one. In he comes, makes contact, looks pretty good off the boot. It might just hold up, but it's got there.
Really
great
good
kick from out wide. 62 points to 8 with about 5 minutes remaining in this game here at Denman Oval this afternoon. Right, if you're looking for a man of the match today, who are you looking at, Foxy?
Oh, I tell you what, it's hard to go past Sammy Fechner. He's probably done a lot of the highlighty stuff, but he hasn't minded getting in and doing some of the tough stuff as well. But Clydesdale, I think for me, just his work around that ruck area, there's probably been limited. I could probably count on one hand the amount of times that one of the Scone players hasn't been able to get inside that A defender in behind the ruck and make 10 to 12 metres. Yeah,
you're probably right. Topless batting the ball backwards here. Couldn't take it himself. But they come back through the try scorer in Johnston, and he stopped 20 metres out from the line. Just up around the shoulders there. On Sieves, he stopped. They send it out to the left. Shepherd. He's been strong up front.
Yeah, yep, he's been good as well, Shepherd. It's hard to really say anyone's been bad for Scone when they're winning a game like this.
It is. Here's the guy I've really liked today. His carries have been strong. Blake Andrews, and some of the defensive work he's got through. Probably an unsung hero in a side like this at times, with the work he gets through. Scotty McIntyre. Up the middle he goes, 30 metres out on the last. The hand with Wicks. Chips it up over the top. It's taken by Smith. He gets it back to Wicks. And that'll be a try to Scone.
Good through the air there, young Jackson Smith. Really good take there. And Jared Wicks, as all good halfbacks should be doing, chasing their kick downfield there and picks up a nice, easy try through to his good push-up play.
I was about to say I don't like the little chip. I didn't think it was the right call from him, but turns out to be a masterstroke.
Yeah, absolutely. It does, doesn't it? Well, that sees the scoreboard tick up to 66 points to 8. Jackson Smith will have a shot at goal here right in front to take the margin to the awful 68 points to 8. And let's see the cease of things here.
It'll be about 2 minutes remaining by the time he does take the kick.
Yep. Well, Scone, 3 weeks in a row, they've applied the mercy to two times to Singleton, and as one of the biggest pests in Group 21, Adam Gretsch walks past there. 3 weeks in a row, they've applied the mercy. They've definitely got the comp on notice. I guess for Scone, it's just a matter of maintaining that intensity right through. And for everyone else in the competition, it's how the hell do we get them? How the hell do we shake them up and get in and wrestle with them? Because
that is it. The flags are up. 68 to 8, 2 minutes remaining, and 60-point lead gives us the mercy rule here at Denman. And how do you stop the powerhouse known as the Scone Thoroughbreds? I've said it for a long time now, and a lot of other people have said it, but trying to master it is another hard one to do. That's slow that play the ball down at all times.
Absolutely. And look, I think Denman can take positives. I know they're going to be disappointed about that. They do have a lot of players out, but there's positives, and there's times they can take back from this game and say, like, this is the stuff we've got to take into next week. And, look, I think everyone in the competition at some point is going to be on the receiving end of a punishing from Scone. And honestly, it's just the powerhouse that they are. You're going to cop it at some point during the season. And at the end of the day, the credit to the rest of the competition is you've only got to beat them on one day in the year.
Exactly. We did see some highlights there from Denman in the second half especially. Coming out on fire. They had that 10-minute period of back-to-back-to-back sets of 6. They couldn't get the job done here today at Denman Oval. Foxy, thanks again, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure.
We'll be back Wednesday. Midweek
Wednesday
game.
Night. Yeah, Wednesday night at Greeter.
Well, it'll be a cold one down there. You'll hear my voice. I'm going to make the trek down. And, 4 nights.
I get up way too early for doing that in the week. But look, 68 to 8 it finishes here at Denman. And, as Foxy said, Greeter Oval, Wednesday night. We'll catch you then.